Very good afternoon, dear students. So, welcome to this demonstration class of chemistry. Today I am going to tell you about some general examples or general activities related to solution. So let's start. So dear students, as we know now, first thing is mixture. What is mixture? In mixture, solution is the very important, and solution is what? It is the simple mixture of solute and solvent. Okay, suppose if I'll take example, I am taking 50 ml of solvent. The liquid that is known as solvent, or the quantity which is taken in the large amount is called solvent, and the solute, which is, it can be solid also, it is taken in the smaller amount, that is called solvent. So I am taking two things, one is solute, solute, second is solvent. So the liquid which is present in larger amount, that is called solvent, and the solute which is present in lesser amount is known as solvent. Okay, and what is solution now? Solution is what? In which we are going to dissolve the solute in solvent. We are going to dissolve the solute in solvent. That is called solution. Okay, so you can see, we will mix this. We will mix this solution to each other. Then you can see the water, the transparency of water has not loose here. The water is same as it was earlier, and the salt that is completely dissolved inside the water. This type of example is known as solution, and this is a homogeneous type of solution. Okay, so solution is of two type. It is mixture is of two type: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. In which homogeneous mixture is known as true solution also. And what is true solution? So true solution is the mixture of solute and solvent. So once again, what is solute? Solute is which is present in smaller quantity, or which can dissolve inside the solvent, that is called solute. And second is solvent. Solvent is which is present in the larger amount, and in which the solute is going to be dissolved. Okay, and the solution is solute plus solvent. So one more thing that I want to tell you, as we have taken 50 ml of solvent and 10 gram of solute. So the moment solute I added in this 10 gram solute in 50 ml solvent, so we need to see the volume of solvent. It is again same, that is 50 ml. It is again same 50 ml, so it is not going to increase. So it means that the solution, when solute is going to be dissolved inside the solvent, then solution is not increasing its volume. Okay, and the 10 gram of solute as we have added in this 50 ml of solvent, it means that it is showing the concentration. Now if we need to calculate 50 ml of 50 gram of solute dissolved in 50 ml of water, 10 gram of solute dissolved in 50 ml of water, it become 10 upon, how to calculate the concentration? It is 10 upon 50 plus 10, 60. 10 upon 60 multiplied by 100. So it is coming 100 upon 6. So whatever value will come, that is going to be, it will come 16 upon something, 16 upon 5, that is 60.5% is the salt inside the water. Okay, this is the first activity. Now I am going to tell you second activity, that is the saturation. Now what is saturation? Saturation is the same, the solvent in which we are adding solute, and we are keep on adding solute. I will take a little bit less amount, so I am taking 30 ml of this. I will take 30 ml of solvent, and just to check its solution. Okay, so what is saturated solution? Saturated solution is what? It is the amount of solute that dissolve in solvent until we will dissolve solute in solvent, and one stage will come when we will keep on dissolving the solute in solvent. This is concentration. We are increasing the concentration of solution by adding solute. You can see the solute is dissolved inside the solvent. It will take a little bit more time to dissolve properly. It can dissolve in this way also. Okay. So now that 1 spoon of salt, it is salt, sodium chloride, that table salt. 1 spoon of salt dissolved in solvent, and it get dissolved easily. Now 1 more spoon of solute, I am dissolving 1 more spoon of common salt I am dissolving in solute in this water. It will take a little bit time, and after some time we will see now that sodium chloride has dissolved properly in this, but volume is not increased, only the color is going to become from transparent to milky, and I hope the taste will also become a little bit salty, more salty. Now 1 more salt, 1 more spoon I am going to add in the same amount of volume. So what will happen now? What is the science? The science is that as more as solute we are adding in the solvent, it is becoming gradual decrease in solubility. It means that slowly the solubility is becoming difficult, and one stage will come when this salt is not going to be dissolved more. That stage is called saturated stage in this solution. That type of solution is called saturation. So you can see now the solution is not good. This solute is still undissolved, and now more than this solute is not going to dissolve. So this stage is called saturated stage. Now what is science behind it? First thing is that what is solution? Solution is mixture of solvent and solute. Solvent is, as I have taken liquid in larger amount, and solute is this sodium chloride I am taking. So I made the solution. The solution, the basic science is that whatever molecule of water is there can be millions of billions of water molecules. Those water molecules are going to be react with sodium chloride, NaCl plus H2O, and forming NaOH. Okay. The moment NaOH it is forming, easily million of water molecule react with some molecule of some particles of sodium chloride. It is getting dissolved easily. The moment as more as sodium chloride I am adding here, it is increasing the concentration. That how can we calculate the concentration? Concentration can be calculated by simply solute upon mass of solute upon mass of solution multiplied by 100. Sorry. Okay. So that is concentration. So what is saturated solution now? As more as salt we are dissolving, one stage reach when more than that salt we cannot dissolve in the amount of water. That is called saturated stage. And if there are more water, if I will add some more water in this, so obviously you can see this left salt, I am not going to increase salt now, this left salt is going to be dissolved. Why this happened? This answer you have to give me. This is happening because some more water molecule, free water molecule we added, and these free water molecule will going to be react with sodium chloride. Now you can see those sodium chloride salt has dissolved easily. Okay, as more as water. So this is called unsaturated state. Unsaturated state is when some more salt is easily going to be dissolved in solution. Okay, so this is giving the simple, this activity shown us simple about the what is solution, what is concentration of solution, and what is saturated and unsaturated solution. So today, now I am going to tell you about homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So this is obviously example of homogeneous mixture. Now if I will take the mixture of heterogeneous, so we need to add same 50 ml of water. 50 ml of water I have taken, and I will add some colored salt in this. We have colored salt, copper sulfate, blue color salt. So the moment I will add blue color salt, so it will give the color to this solution, and the solution is becoming colored now. It become blue color. Okay. So now what is the difference between this solution and this solution? This solution is called homogeneous mixture because the salt which is added in water doesn't change the concentration of water. Doesn't change the that color of water, and it doesn't change even the texture of this water also. When light will pass through it, it will not diffract, or it will not show any Tyndall effect or Brownian movement. So that kind of thing, and same type of composition is there, uniform composition is there. Whereas in other, this is heterogeneous mixture, which is how it changed the color of water, and the moment we will pass the light through it, so obviously light will diffract with the blue color. when light will pass from this side, it will show the blue color, refraction also. Okay, so this is the basic example of homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now the last activity that I am doing, that I am going to tell, one more activity I can show you, one more example I can take for homogeneous. It is the mixture of water with oil. So you can see water and oil is not going to be mixed. These are immiscible. These are not going to be mixed. And when this is immiscible, it is forming two layers. So this is also example of heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture because non-uniform composition is there. Two different type of phase is there. Okay, this is also heterogeneous mixture. Now the last, that is Brownian movement. So Brownian movement I am going to take example. The amount of water I will take same. Okay, and it is the motion. Brownian movement is what? Or Tyndall effect, you can say. It is the motion, the amount of blue color I am adding. So you can see the motion of this blue ink, blue color inside the water. It is that random motion, it is that zigzag motion, it is that gradual motion inside the water. You can see this is the motion. This motion is called Brownian movement or Tyndall effect. Slowly when it is going to be dissolved, and it will dissolve in a motion, this random motion of blue ink inside the water is called Brownian movement. Okay, so hope so you understood, and you will do this same activity at home, and try to understand the science with practical thing, so that it will make lifelong learning. Okay, this is for today.